So before we do the dialogue, I have another little piece here to do with you, another kind of meditative piece. And so I'd like you to just, you can close your eyes, you can stare somewhere other than the screen. And I'd just like you to ask, how are you to yourself? I don't know why it works better for me to use a second person rather than say, how am I? Something about that kind of, how are you? To just direct that to yourself, almost like an other. How are you? And feel into your being that way. This is a little different than the body scan, which is so closely related to actual sensations. But this is a way to just kind of check into the emotional tone. And I encourage you to not tell a story to yourself. This isn't about, and the nice thing about doing it just to yourself, not to somebody else, is you don't have to make a story up about it. You don't have to figure out why. Just notice, how are you? And see what you notice. Give it a little time. Let yourself settle. I kind of surprised you with this. Sometimes it takes us a little time to drop in. You feel the body as you're doing this. The body has information. You can't just answer it in your head. You do have to drop down into your chest and your belly. You may notice physical things, but I encourage you to also notice things that are more of an emotional, even spiritual level. A friend of mine asks me often when we're together, how's your soul? Love that question. I don't have a clue what a soul is, but it takes me somewhere. The word takes me somewhere. We have a very different conversation because he asked. So I'll let that also be in here. How are you? How's your soul? All right. So this is another way to meditate. It's not the traditional way. They just check in the feel/know, and to kind of let the self-concern that it's expressing filter through your being. You may find different layers if you do this. You may find it easier to do this over a cup of tea than it is sitting down to meditate, because you're used to sitting down to meditate in a certain way. That's why I did it a little separately. You may notice thoughts percolating through you, but see if you can not get involved with them. You might just notice, oh, I'm preoccupied with this. I have a hard time setting this down. It's going through my head right now. Maybe some anxiety or something around it. That would be an example of kind of checking in, but be wary of getting drawn into too much into that. Stay with your check-in. All right, I'm going to stop the recording.